Do you check your phone every 5 minutes waiting for her text? Does your mood rise and fall based on how fast she replies? Have you ever canceled your plans, your gym session, your goals, just to keep her happy? And be honest, if she pulls away, do you feel like your whole world shakes? If any of that hits, this is exactly why you need to hear this. If she controls your emotions, she controls you. When your happiness depends on her response time, you've handed over your power. Psychology shows that tying your mood to someone's attention activates the same reward circuits as gambling. Her text becomes the jackpot. Her silence feels like rejection. That's not love, that's emotional addiction. And addiction kills autonomy. You break this by rebuilding your emotional baseline. Track your moods daily without referencing her. Separate how I feel from what she did. When your stability comes from within, her attention becomes a bonus, not your lifeline. Stop seeking constant validation. If you're always asking, "Do you love me? Are we good? Are you mad?" you slowly position yourself beneath her approval. Validation seeking creates power imbalance. The more you need reassurance, the more control she has. Real confidence comes from internal metrics. The promises you keep to yourself, the goals you hit, the discipline you maintain. Try this. Go 48 hours without fishing for reassurance. Redirect that energy into leveling up. Fitness, communication, skill building. When you stop begging for emotional crumbs, you become the man who doesn't need permission to feel secure. Your purpose must come before any relationship. The moment you pause your mission to preserve comfort, you start shrinking. Many men quietly sideline their ambition to avoid conflict. Fewer gym sessions, fewer risks, fewer late nights building something meaningful. But ambition doesn't die loudly, it fades slowly. Lock in your priorities first. Schedule your workouts, your work blocks, your growth time, then fit the relationship around that structure. A strong woman respects a man with direction. She loses respect for a man who abandons himself. Don't cancel your plans for her. If you drop everything every time she calls, you teach her that your life revolves around her availability. That feels romantic at first, until it breeds resentment. Consistency is power. If you've committed to the gym at 6, you go at 6. If you're working on your project, you finish it. You can be flexible, but not flaky. A man with structure commands respect because his world doesn't collapse when she snaps her fingers. Set boundaries early. Boundaries aren't walls, they're clarity. If you tolerate disrespect, mood swings, or manipulation in the beginning, you're setting the standard for the future. Calmly say what you accept and what you don't. "I won't continue this conversation if the tone turns disrespectful." And then mean it. No drama, no shouting, just enforcement. When you hold your line without anger, you signal strength. When you fold to keep peace, you signal weakness. Scarcity mindset makes you weak. If you believe she's the only woman out there for you, you will tolerate behavior you normally wouldn't. Desperation distorts judgment. Abundance thinking restores it. When you know you have options, socially, romantically, in life, you move differently. You negotiate better. You walk away from toxicity. You don't cling, you choose. The man who feels he has options cannot be easily controlled. Never make her your only source of happiness. If all your joy comes from one person, you become fragile. When she's happy, you're happy. When she's distant, you're anxious. That's emotional overinvestment. Build a happiness portfolio. Friends, hobbies, solo goals, personal growth. When your life is full, she adds to it. She doesn't define it. And ironically, that independence makes you more attractive. Control your time. Time is power. If she dictates when you respond, when you show up, when you rearrange your schedule, you're reacting, not leading. Leaders move intentionally. You respond when it fits your priorities. You don't ignore her. You manage your time. There's a difference. The man who controls his schedule controls his life. Emotional discipline is strength. Drama will test you. Jealousy will test you. Silence will test you. The man who reacts impulsively loses frame. The man who pauses, breathes, and responds calmly keeps control. When she pushes emotionally and you remain steady, you become the emotional anchor. Stability is influence. Composure is power. And finally, lead your life. Don't follow her mood. If her bad day becomes your bad week, you're not leading. You can empathize without absorbing. You can support without surrendering direction. Have vision, share it, move toward it. A relationship should align with your path, not determine it. This isn't about dominating women. It's about mastering yourself. Because the truth is simple. When you control your emotions, your time, your purpose, and your standards, no one can control your life. And that's the difference between a man who lives on someone else's terms and a man who lives on his own.